Hi, welcome back once again. Today on our episode, we are going to talk on a subject that I believe everyone should hear. Okay? If you are going to watch it alone, you are being selfish. Send the link to your friends, your family members, and everyone you can reach. The subject is learning from mistakes. Okay? Learning from mistakes. As a leader or as a person, you need to learn from mistakes. What are mistakes? Mistakes, as you know, are things we did not plan, or we may even have planned, but it didn't go the way you wanted it. You missed the target, right? So, for example, you are in a car, you want to move the car, and all of a sudden, you pressed on something, and the car just hit a wall. It was a mistake, right? Even though an accident. So, as a leader, you need to learn from your mistakes. We all make mistakes. In fact, the one who never made a mistake is the one who never tried anything new. Okay? It was said that the person who invented the incandescent bulb, the bulb we use today in our rooms, or the street lights and all that, Thomas Edison, he tried it for 999 times without succeeding. Okay? So on his first trial, he made mistakes. He learned from the mistakes. He tried to improve upon it, and he tried 999 times. Unless on the thousandth time, he was able to succeed. So you see, mistakes are part of our lives. Okay, so you need to learn. Some people, when they try something new and they make mistakes, then they stop. They give up. That is not it. I'm going to take you through some areas in which, when you make mistakes, you should learn from. Gather enough information, enough data from those mistakes, then you apply them to your life and move forward. Number one is your relationships. Okay, your relationships. So you may be a young girl, a young guy, you entered into a relationship with a lady or a guy, and things did not go well. Okay, these days all we do is, when such mistakes happen, we update our status. Everybody will know that you're going through emotional heartbreaks and all that. No, that is not the time for you to update your status for everybody to know you have gotten a breakup or something. You need to learn from your mistakes. It could be that it is your attitude. That is why the relationship got broken. It's always not the other person. You see, we are trained to always be blaming people or be complaining that this is the reason, he is the reason, he is the reason. No. Take full responsibility for your actions or your behavior or for whatever happened. Then decide that you are not going to stay or remain there. You need to learn from that mistake you made and improve yourself. Okay, so if it is a relationship that did not go well, mistakes have been made, maybe kids were made and all that, are you going to be there and be crying all your life? No, you need to learn from the mistakes and move forward. Now, moving forward, in your next or your future relationship, you should sit down, do a reflective, introspective analysis of yourself. Ask yourself, what didn't I do well? What am I going to do better? Okay, so that is number one. Number two is on friendship. Okay, some of us have had bad friends in our lives. Okay, that is fine. But I want you to know that there are some people who come to our life to teach us a lesson. And that lesson is for our good. If all the people you have in your life are good people, you never learn. You need the bad people also, so that when they talk to you or when they do whatever they did to you, you'll be able to be strengthened in your inner man or in your growth. You can learn from those mistakes. Then you can now know how to differentiate a bad friend from a good friend. Okay, if you don't learn from those mistakes, you sit down, you worry, you cry, you complain, you blame, and you're not learning, it's bound to happen again. In your next friendship, you may end up going to even meet worse friends who are even going to do you more bad than what has happened to you before. So if you make mistaken friends, they have cost you a lot, move on with your life. But you have to learn. Next time, open your eyes. Somebody will say, shine your eyes so that you don't repeat that mistake again. Another aspect of learning from mistakes is your family. Okay, your family. You may have made a big mistakes in your family in terms of advice your father gave you or your mother gave you. Some of you were going to a relationship, you told your parents, they said no, we don't want you to marry that girl or that boy. Sometimes we think they are against us, okay, but actually they are for us. I think your parents will love you more than anybody else, okay? If that guy tells you, I love you with all my heart, and you believe, and because of that, you did not listen to your parents, okay, and you went ahead to marry him or her, and now there is an issue. It's a mistake. You can't beat yourself to death. Yes, you may say, oh, my parents told me, oh, my father told me, I didn't listen. Fine. So what? The issue has happened. What will you do? Stand up, learn from the mistakes, and move forward. Okay? It could even be a choice of a career. Your parents may advise you, I think you are good in this, go and do this. Oh, no, I want to do that. And you chose a career path, and now you are struggling. Okay? It's a mistake you have made. Learn from those mistakes. Okay? It could be a decision that you needed to make as a wife or as a husband, and you didn't make that mistake. Some of you are married, your wives advise you. They'll tell you, this friend you are moving with, I don't think it will end you well. Oh, you tell the lady, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. This. And now you went ahead with this person and you got into trouble. Learn from that mistake. Next time, listen to your wife. Okay? Another aspect or last aspect I'll talk about in regards to learning from mistakes is your business associate or business dealings. Okay? I personally did a transaction somewhere this year. I sent some huge amount of money to a partner, but before that, I talked over the issue with friends who advised me, oh, dog, don't do this, don't do that. But I trusted my friends so much. I sent the money, and after sending the money, that was the end of it. Huge money. Okay, the whole transaction became mild and waste of time, waste of money, and all that. I did not listen. In fact, sometimes God even give us the signs before we make such mistakes. Okay, God give us the signs, but because we trust the person, or because we are in a hurry, or we want to get a deal done, we actually don't listen to those signals. Okay, we are in a rush, we don't listen to the signals, and we go ahead and make those mistakes. But as a leader, as a person, as I said, we all make mistakes. But the moment you make that mistake, you have to learn from the mistake. And I believe that if you are the person who wants to achieve something higher, something great, you will always make mistakes in your associates, in your dealings. But when the mistakes are made, remember, they are lessons. And as a lesson, the only thing you can do is to learn from the lesson and you can move forward. Thank you so much for listening. Like my YouTube page, subscribe, share, follow me on Facebook, on Instagram, and on TikTok. Thank you. See you in the next episode.